Oh my God, I need to dig. It is digging time. March has been a rough month, everybody, and I think it has been for everybody too. We got coronavirus, we got the stock market drop, and I haven't been out in a week. I've been getting all these things ready in school just in case if we shut down. So I've been working around the clock there. Merrill needs to dig. Let's hope we get some tacos.
You know, it's weird. When you make YouTube videos, it slows down your consumption of them. I've watched a few of my own videos over the last week, and I've really searched for videos that can help my practice. And I could see in some of my older videos that, the less experienced Merrill flies around the park, gets every little bit of clad. This is especially true with the Equinox because it is such a fast detector and you want to dig the first thing. But you really have to slow down to totally unlock all of its secrets. And you have to be sure of its target ID. It is really, really reliable when it comes to coins. Like, think of the difference there. A coin is a copy of itself again and again. It is printed, stamped, it is casted. But it's not the Equinox that is unreliable. It is the scope of jewelry signals that are out there. And I recently saw a video by Tony Eisenhower that absolutely blew my mind, where he basically goes through his entire jewelry collection and that he's found metal detecting, and he gets the VDI, the target ID, for each one of those pieces. And a lot of them were gold. Let me tell you something, gold rung up all the way from the very low numbers all the way into the 20s. And the same can be, well, platinum was a mid-tone, but it wasn't just one mid-tone. And the man has a more extensive jewelry collection than me. But I'm aiming to get there. It was a very helpful video. I'm going to put a link to it up here.
Crispy clear 8-9. Well, that sounds phenomenal. Let's see what's going to break my heart first. Well, at least it ain't Corona. It's an ancient piece of meh. Yeah, so right after that pull tab right there, I checked the hole again. There's something else that rings up even higher, so it's deep. Let's hope that it's something good. Still down there. Very deep. And I feel it. Oh, look at this. It is a really, really old bracelet, earring or bracelet. Cool. Okay, vintage. That's been down there for a long time. Yep. Excellent. All right, so here's what we know. This field, yes, has been filled in, but I'm getting old stuff. This is good 50 years old.
When I was a kid, my family and I would play a game called Tab Inferencing, and I'm going to teach you how to play. That was sort of a lie. My family didn't really play a game called Tab Inferencing. But the truth is I am going to teach you how to play Tab Inferencing. Ever hear of a beaver tail pull tab? Yeah, it looks just like this. Well, those were made in 1962 to 1975. If you get those and they're, 6-7 inches down, coins have dropped in the same period will be at that depth. If you're finding these and it is all the way down as far as your detector can go, move on to the next spot. I mean, at least if you are a silver addict, that is. There were silver coins that were minted, 1962 to 1964. But, if you're after silver and these are at the extreme depth of your detector, you don't want to detect there. So just a little food for thought. So now you can play the inference pull tab game with your children. Pass this on. You need to pass this on.
Old by the type of pull tab that it is. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to keep digging around here, but I know that you know, there's definitely been sodding that was added above. I think I'm gonna work my way out from this, though, from this spot, because it's giving, and you know, there's deep stuff that's there. So let's see what happens. I got an 11-12 scratchy. All right, let's dig right here. All right, we got something very deep right over here in the corner. Let's pull this together. And this is just a old nail. Let's swipe again. I think unfortunately that's it, because the signals can get distorted. Unsure. All right, I'll be back if I get something good. Okay, whatever the heck this is, this sure looks old. I wonder if there's another part to it. I might have accidentally snapped it in half. It's not valuable, but it shows that there's a deeper level within reach. So we're gonna keep digging here. I like this.
A deeper level that can be reached. Yeah, more inferencing. So I knew from looking at the metal of that object and perhaps thinking of the function of it, that is something that could hint that there's really old stuff that is there.
Here's the true test. Look at this signal. 1920, which is a Zinken signal, and it's about 6 inches down. I move on if it's a Zinken at that depth. Not a Zinken, this could be silver era. Canada Dry, I think? I don't know.
Oh yeah, just in case if you don't know metal detecting slang, Zinken. Any penny minted after 1982 is a shell of copper with zinc on the inside. And oh, they do not decay very nicely at all. So we call them Zinkens, which is slang for zinc Lincoln. But here's the inference, 1982, like we can date those, like it's a hint. And if you're getting something that's super deep that is as recent as 1982, we're talking 1964 and before for silver. It just means that you're not going to get something good. Move on if you get a deep Zinken. That is textbook right there. Nobody's written that textbook yet, though.
$11 repeating at about 6 inches. Meh. Well, 6 inches with this. Again, this era, this part of the field could be in the silver range. So we're going to stay. 11-12. Old nickel signal. But it's just part of a pull tab. You know, as silly as this sounds, I'm happy to clean these up because a lot of other detectorists, they don't do that and they miss a lot. So let me see. I just removed that. Let's see if there's any other signals around it. Yeah, we might have something else. Another one of these buttes. Well, look at this. Very bouncy. Well, this is bizarre. It's silver. 1955 though, but it's not like it's like it's tarnished. Hey man, I'll take it. That's 1955 silver.
Couldn't quite get the words out of my mouth there, but usually when you find silver in the ground, it looks like the day that it was minted. That one is a lot more, the color on it is similar to the color that you would see when you pull it from salt water.
So I'm going to call that some pull tab inferencing, where you look at the age of the pull tabs and you could say, all right, if I'm getting pull tabs at this depth, there's probably silver here. There's a good chance of that. So that was an example right there. Next signal, ancient aluminum foil. Meh.
But you got to dig that to dig the gold.
Look at this iffy signal. Got some iron in there and pretty solid 18, which 16, 17 is usually Indian head, but when it's mixed with other stuff, you don't really know. So let's pull this out. Well, this one is just an old iron piece, but let's see if it was masking anything. Look at that. $31, $32. Another piece of iron. Oh my God, do you see what I see? Yes. Oh. Oh. Look at this. Yes, it's fully intact. Look at that. We got gold, folks. Wow. This came up at 12, just like a nickel signal. We got gold.
3 things were going through my head. 1, yes! 2, I spent the day like recording the signals before because I'm doing a segment on that. But the one time that I didn't do that, I pulled the gold. Come on. And the third thing was, don't scream. There's a bunch of people around you and they already think you're weird enough with your man purse and your knee pads and your camera strapped to you and your metal detector and your pinpointer and your digging tool. So, yeah, be as normal as you can. Nah, forget that. Rock what you got.
And I got the same signal right next to that gold necklace, and it's not the same thing. Another 11 signal. I like this section of the park. Okay, you want to see something weird? This is a dime. Watch how it rings up. Well, that's not weird. Okay, 25. Never mind. I saw it as 21. Yeah, that would have been weird. This ring up 4, 5, 6. You got to dig this to dig the gold. Look at this. 5 arrows down, so maybe 10 inches. Oh, I like the sound of that. Let's dig this one together. Gentle. Don't scratch. All right, we got it. Oh, I see it. Looks copper. Looks copper. And it is, I think, a wheat cent. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, it looks like Abe. Okay, all right, I'll take it. Now back to inferencing. If you see a wheat cent that's that deep, you're probably not going to find stuff like Indian head pennies. I mean, maybe if they're one of the later ones. But, you know, some of the old 1800s, 1700s coins, you know, if you're finding that at 11 inches or so, yeah, that's going to probably not happen. We've gone super deep again. Let's see what it is. It's an old screw. I am 1/4 closer to getting back on that market correction. Well, boring old piece of iron, but I'm telling you, my fortunes have changed since I started really focusing on mid-tones. So, gonna keep going. 12, 3 arrows down. Yeah, so I moved down the field and I found a zinkin that's a foot down. No thanks, let's move on. 5 arrows down. Jumping around all over the place. We got it. Good feeling about this. All right, look at this. We got it in this clump. Let's open it together. Not here. Oh, oh man. It is, oh man, it's a memorial. This deep? That's crazy. Okay, let's move. Time to move on. All right, we're back to a spot where the deep signals are Wheaties, so I'll take that. I'm gonna look around here for a little bit.
Do you know what a wheat scent is? A wheat scent is a harbinger. Do you know what a harbinger is? Well, it is something that announces something else, that something else is going to happen. Now, I get it. We still get wheat scents in our change, when we go to the store. But the ones that are buried, you could kind of tell how long that it's been buried by the dirt that it's in and how it's eroded, how it's decayed in the dirt. If you find one of those that has been there for a long time, it's still within reach, you're digging in an area that potentially could produce silver.
$11, $12. 6 to 8 inches. Let's dig it. Hot rock. All right, possible silver signal, 27, 10 inches deep. Well, this is a nice piece of scrap copper. Oh well. Now we've hit an old spot. Look at this funky old key. Another Wheatie. Look at this ancient pull tab. I don't know if it's superstition, but if something is flat, like 1717, I dig it. Let's see if I'm onto something. Not the result I was hoping for. Okay, well look at this. I don't know what it is. Could it be the top of a ring? Could it? No, it can't be. I'm imagining things. That's what I want. Darn it. It's the top of something, but not a ring. Meh. Meh. That was so meh. It's ridiculous. Look at that. The golden pull tab fooled me. All right, we got another quarter. Another quarter. More quarters. You think I'm cherry picking? Yeah, I'm cherry picking. Deepest signal of the day. Unfortunately, it is just a rusty nail. Not a ring. Meh. Quarter. Now I need to drop the mic signal. That's not a drop the mic signal. That's not a drop the mic signal. Well, wheat scent. It's nice, but drop the mic? I don't know about that. That's not a drop the mic signal. 24, 28, 23, 4 arrows down. This could be it. Could be a Wheatie too. Yikes, deep clad dime. Let's keep going. That is not drop the mic material. Nor is that. This is just weird. This is a rock that's shaped like home plate. Look at that. It's not drop the mic, but I got something deep. Here we go. Here. Let me put that in my bag before I go ADHD. Okay. Let's see. We got it. That's not drop the mic either. We have a buffalo nickel. Sweet. All right, so for wrap up, this is all of the junk that I got. As you can see, my shift, I'm shifting. My thoughts are shifting. I only got about $2.50, maybe 75 cents. And look at all these mid-tone potential junk targets that I dug. But this is the yield from it. Of course, I got the silver, the 1955 dime there. This was obviously the highlight. It turned out to be 22 karat gold, and it weighed half of a ounce. So it's a big piece of gold. Also got the 4 wheat cents and the buffalo nickel. That happened to be my drop the mic signal. I've gotten better before, but hey, you know, this does not happen every day. This is quite the find, and one of my best finds that I ever found, no doubt about that.
So that's all, folks. It is time to go out digging. I need to do that. It brings me joy, as I know it brings a lot of the people who are watching this video joy. Anyway, thanks for watching. My goal for this year is 100 rings. We are currently at 12. So I got to go get some more. So peace. I'm out. Gonna do some detecting. Happy hunting, everybody.